What's going on, guys? So some really interesting Jag news just came out today, and that is that the Jaguars have hired former running back Denard Robinson as a quality control coach. Now, offensive quality control coach. Now, Denard Robinson is a really interesting story because the Jaguars drafted him in like the fifth or sixth round of the 2013 NFL draft, and he was brought on to be like an offensive weapon. Obviously, at Michigan, he was an extremely prolific quarterback where he did everything, when it comes to throwing the ball, rushing the ball. The guy was really dynamic, as dynamic of a dual threat quarterback as that's really come out. He went to Michigan after growing up in South Florida, went up there, then he came down to Florida after being drafted by the Jaguars. And really in his 4-year career, he was an offensive weapon, but then he didn't need to define his role as just a running back. So the offensive weapon thing never really panned out, and he never played quarterback, so he was just strictly a running back. And he needed to put on a little bit of weight, I guess, to actually play the running back position. But in all honesty, I think that kind of hurt him, because once he put on weight, he became less elusive, became slower, and also, his nickname was Shoelace because he played with his shoes untied. And I even think that the combination of the weight and him and the shoes untied led to a lot of soft tissue injuries, a lot of lower body injuries, and he was injured a lot. So, at the end of the day, he played out his 4-year contract with the Jaguars, never played for another NFL team. He played in the AAF for Atlanta for a very short time, and now he didn't play in the XFL, so I imagine now his football playing career is over, but it looks like he does want to get into coaching, and the Jaguars are kind of giving him a shot to do that. It has been common that, teams hire old guys to kind of come back if they want to kind of go into their coaching career. It mostly happens in college football, but, it's happened before. Like the Jaguars hired Greg Jones at one point to come in. I think they even had Mike Peterson on staff at one point, in the past. But teams are known to do this to kind of, if these guys want to kind of get their feet wet. But it's interesting, and I was actually just last week, when it comes to the protests, or not the protests, I shouldn't say that at all. It was like the peaceful protest parade that the Jaguars had, where the players got together and kind of walked down Main Street, I think it was. He was actually, I saw pictures of Denard Robinson there, so I guess he lives in Jacksonville. Maybe he was interviewing for a position, I don't know, but he comes in. He has been a player while Doug Marrone was I believe he would have been the offensive line coach back then. So, he's got some familiarity with that, and it's kind of cool news that Denard Robinson comes back. Obviously, he's been around the game of football a lot, especially, he had a really good college football career, so hopefully he can bring something to this coaching staff, and hopefully this can maybe turn into a pretty good coaching career for him. So, I wish him all the best, and it's just pretty interesting news that came out. Thanks for watching. Go Jags.